All right, one more time. There it is. Hello, good evening. Thought you could escape from me, but no. Technical issues aside and funny buttons looking left and right, we are live with the FluffCast, episode 15. Good evening. Nice to see you. Look, you're looking pretty. Oh my goodness. And here we are with my one extra. Here we are with my one other host for the evening. You love him, you know him. It's Funkshire. Say good evening, Funkshire.
Good evening. The good news is, at my size, I'm about a host and a half, so maybe it won't be too bad.
Yep. So what's new? Give me the good word, Funk. What's going on?
What's the good word? What's going on? You know what? I'm going to take a minute to brag about us because we tried nightmare mode on Man vs. Machine last night and did pretty good. I was actually pretty impressed by how far we got because I expect us to all go in and die immediately, but somehow we actually cleared about a quarter of the wave.
Yeah, we
I
held
think
for a while.
I think if we'd have had an engineer, we'd have been all right. But we had that one spy who was just like, "Hey guys, I'm the spy.
It's Team
I'm
Fortress 2.
cool."
Yeah, there's always got to be one spy.
There always has to be. There always has to be one spy and one sniper, which normally turns into about three or four of each, and then you're just kind of sitting over there like, "Guys, we could use a medic," but no, because apparently, this is one thing. This is a weird gripe of mine. I know other people have this. I don't know where the idea of healers being like passive and like the heal slut came from. I don't know where that came from. I've played MMOs for years. All the healers I know are the angriest people. Also, Carrie's right. Andy is small, so we have two fluffcasters.
I mean,
Like,
I think I am the shortest of all of us. No, it's tied between me and Mutagen the same height.
how tall are you?
I'm 5'8", 5'9" on a tall day.
Okay.
Mutagen's the same way. I think he's like 5'8", 5'9".
So you're saying height is my dad.
Yep. So right now, a little bit of a reveal here, and I'll be. I was gonna name names or whatever. So recently, Oculus on Fluffy Community, about a month or so ago, he posted this collaborative image. I'm not exactly sure what the exact parameters of it was, but he had his boy Carpdime draw up this big collaborative image of a bunch of the Fluffy Community creators, and it was nice. It was pretty. It's all their characters on a beach and they're looking nice. They're being sweet and cute, and it's pleasant. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There's no abuse artists in it though. No abuse artist characters in it.
Oh.
So I'm feeling a little spiteful. I'm feeling a little bit like, huh. I'm thinking,
Hmm.
well, we need to have our own collaboration image with blackjack and hookers. So I
The
think,
but
yeah,
I like to think of like if it's abuse, like the most fitting place for it to be would be like in a truck stop bathroom or something.
that's actually really fitting. A truck stop bathroom. I need to Google that now. I have an idea in my head, but
It's all the abuse artists like pissing at one of the big trough urinals.
yeah, let me see what this looks like here. Oh my god, it's so sad in one of these. Jesus Christ, this one's just got feces and toilet paper caked on top of it.
Oh yeah,
That's
dude, I'm a
bad.
trucker. I know what that shit's like.
Oh my
That shit's
god.
scary.
I got this one
Get
chick taking a shower in a truck stop. Okay.
They do have showers at truck stop, which is when I might have ruined a honeymoon with one of those, I guess.
What did you do?
Well, I went to, I was where was I going? I was going home from it was when me and my brother were coming home from Birmingham one time. We had gone to a concert, and this is not the same trip where we found the haunted gas station, but we had to stop, and we stopped at this truck stop. It's a Love's truck stop. I don't know if they have them up north, but they're all over the place down here. They're really big, really nice places. You can go in. You can actually like buy a shower, but I was like, okay, but I didn't need a shower. I had a severe intestinal emergency, so that's where I was looking for. So I get in there and I realize like right away, like for some reason the showers are in the same room as like the bathroom stalls.
That's
And
okay.
I was like, that's weird. Okay. So I proceed to take a stall, do my business. I'm the only one in there. I hear the door open again. No big deal. Public bathroom. I hear what sounds like a scuffle. So at first I thought it was a fight. And I was like, oh man, somebody's fighting outside. Here I am, my pants around my ankles. What the hell am I supposed to do now? So I just kind of sat there and listened. And then I realized what I'm not hearing is a fight. I'm hearing two truckers making out. And I see this because I look through the little slot in the door and I'm like, dude, those guys are going hot and heavy. What the fuck? And they're like heading for the shower. And like I hear the shower turn on. And I'm just sitting there. Like I'm locked up. Like I've done nothing. And I was like, I gotta get the hell out of here. So I'm trying to like stealthily clean up and get out. But just as I'm about ready to leave, probably like the loudest, most like bull moose fart I ever could have made in my life escaped. And I just heard like full stop. Everybody's like, I think somebody's in here. And I'm like, yeah, been in here from the start. Yep. No, don't let me bother y'all. And I just kind of like had to awkwardly clean up, get the fuck out of this bathroom while two truckers sodomized each other in the shower.
Jesus Christ.
And I was just like, I don't ever want to go in the truck stop bathroom again. So I didn't.
I don't think I've ever. No, the only thing they have is like fucking. They got the long ass highways in Jersey because the infrastructure has to be good between Philadelphia and New York City. So all they have is just like your standard pit stops along the way. You can get food and shit. No showers.
Down here, like the mega truck stop is a big deal. Like there's Love's, which is a staple. There's the Flying J. There's Pilot, and then kind of like at the top of them all is like Buc-ee's, which is like a Walmart of a gas station you can go to, and they sell everything. And they also have really good food.
It's all brand stuff here. Nothing like interesting. And I'm really sick of like branded food, like big corp food.
I feel you.
Like, why go to a Nathan's when I got fucking Jersey Johnny's owned by my personal friend, you know? Like, why?
There you go.
You know?
I used to like going to the smaller, grocery stores around here, but now it's like all the ones around me have closed up except for the Rouse's down the road from my house. And I don't go to Rouse's because their owner was involved in like the fucking insurrection. So I was like, yeah, you know what? Not going to go there.
The what?
The insurrection from January 6th, the attempted insurrection.
What the hell is the insurrection? I have no idea what you're talking about. Is that
When
when they stormed the White House or whatever?
That's when they stormed the Capitol building. Like all those fat fucks that like got whipped up in a fury by old Cheeto.
Ah, okay.
Like one of the people on stage with him was the owner of the Rouse's Corporation, which is this grocery store. And he came out afterwards and was like, I'm sorry I did this. Duh, duh, duh. But he was just sorry he got caught. He wasn't sorry for what he actually did. He got caught, so he's sorry about that.
Exactly.
And so I was like, yeah, I'm not going to go to Rouse's no more.
I think. Is an Iron Maiden too much for a Fluffy? Yeah, it's still a passe.
A little bit. Plus, apparently they didn't exist.
Iron Maidens don't actually exist? What?
Yeah, there's an article I was reading about that. Hold on.
What can I do to these things?
It was basically supposedly they found like just spikes next to one of these things. We're like, well, those spikes supposed to have gone in there, but
here we go. Swimming pool, just like my pyro taunt.
Here we go. Iron Maidens are one of the most notorious torture devices out there, but are they real? The answer is no, and yes. The widespread medieval use of Iron Maidens is an 18th century myth bolstered by perceptions of the Middle Ages as an uncivilized area. But the idea of Iron Maiden-like devices has been around for thousands of years, even if evidence for their actual use is shaky. First time they were mentioned in history is like in the late 1700s, Germany. Yeah, it's basically like I don't know. I'm just reading this, and it's like, oh yeah, some of the things about it are true, some things are not. The sorriest box. You know what? That sounds about right.
The sorriest of boxes, the Iron Maiden. I'm thinking here, kiddie pool full of gasoline, just like my fucking TF2 taunt. What does a gasoline tank look like?
Just like a jerry can or what?
Yeah, like a jerry can. Yeah, I got it. Yeah, I got it. I got Google Images. There's like, you can picture it in your head, but then it's like, oh, draw it. Fuck. I will say, when did you so on for Funk stream, he does the drawings where he's got his paper set to like this darker gray color. So I figured I'd give
Yeah.
that a try today to see like
It
how it would work. And I
it
like it.
reduces eye strain. Also, what's up, Kibbles?
Kibbles
Sorry,
is in the
screen.
house. There he is.
There he is.
And there we go. Okay.
Yeah, a while back, a friend of mine was just like, "Yeah, you should set your stuff to like a gray or something because it's a lot less straining on the eyes when you're drawing." And I was like, "Okay," and I tried it, and I was like, "Well, my eyes don't hurt. This is great."
Right now I'm just trying to board out the scene because I'm just trying because I don't want to like tell people, hey, let's do a collab image. Okay, got any plans? Got any ideas?
Yeah,
It's a collab image, you know. So
don't worry. Where there's a will, there's a way.
exactly, we'll get it done.
I've never really done collaborative images. Like I don't know. I guess because I know my work schedule, my work pace. Yeah, I'm just like I'll be the one like dragging everybody back. I'm just like I ain't done yet. Hold up.
You know, if that's the case, you and I should do a collab because it'll never get fucking done.
That's why
Pretty much.
I've never done one either, which is why I'm using my excellent logistical skills to try to fill the blanks where my inexperience can't fill in.
And I'm thinking like I'm just gonna save a blank canvas in my computer and just title it like Funkin' Kibbles collab image and just never touch it.
Thinking this guy's gonna hold a beer or something.
Oh, that makes me sad.
Kibbles, do you draw like in your free time or?
I would fucking love to. I don't have free time.
Right. Sorry.
Kibbles got to make sure a bunch of like crayon eaters don't kill themselves.
God, it's bad. Oh God, it's bad. I don't want to get into detail with it, but people are fucking stupid.
Yeah, I don't want to like I don't want to be the most negative because I know you probably haven't worked in this environment, Andy. But if you've ever worked on a job site, like a major job site, not like oh we're building a house, but like somewhere where there were like federal dollars are being spent, you will meet dumbest sons of bitches you ever met in your life.
Almost sons of bitches that make six figures.
Man.
So,
Just like this. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say to our lovely viewers, let me tell you, you don't need a college degree, and you really don't need common sense or a brain or
Good
anything.
hygiene. None of that.
No, that's definitely not necessary. Trust me. You just need to be a warm body, and you too can make $98,000 a year.
All right, where are you? I need to go. I got denied my position at Lowe's because apparently they didn't want a fucking stocky ass blonde boy to be their freight guy. Where do I go? What do I do? Tell me.
Can you swing a hammer?
Of course I could swing a hammer. Have you seen my forearms?
Can you
Got a
swing a
fan?
hammer good?
I can swing a hammer well.
No. See, you just failed. You failed the test.
Oh no.
Sorry. Because
You
like
used correct grammar. You were too smart to be a laborer.
you can like you can expect to hear about anything too. Because like one day they came and got me and they were like, "Funk, you speak Spanish, right?" And I said, "For the right price." They said, "Well," okay." And they basically asked me to go and check out a situation. What it was is a group of guys that bought material from us all the time, and I knew them fairly well. Were pissed off and kept saying that the Mexican guy that worked with them smelled so bad, and they did not know how to communicate to him that he stank. And I was like, "That sounds racist as fuck, but whatever. Y'all need me to. What I need to do?" They're like, "Well, can you just tell the Mexican guy he needs to take a shower?" And I was like, "Okay, I can do that." And so I went and met the guy, and like I walked up to him, and like I see him, and he is just like he's clean cut, like his hair is fixed. He looks like he's actually showered, unlike the rest of his fucking guys. And I walk over to him, and I can't remember what his name was. Fuck, what was his name? It was a very un-Mexican sounding name. I think his name was like Jim. I think it was like Jimmy. I'm gonna call him Jimmy. And I was like, and I walk up to him and like ask him. I say, "Hey, Jimmy, you got a second?" He just turns around. He goes, "Okay." He turns around. I said, "Hey, man," and I started in with like the worst Spanish like ever because I had to go actually research what the fuck I was going to say to him because I know Castilian Spanish, what they speak in the motherland. I don't know what they speak in Texas and Mexico.
Like an English guy coming up to you, be like, "Oi, mate,
Oh,
you got a right proper stench about you, don't you?"
I just looked at him and I was like, Jimmy, como se dice baño? And he was like, I speak English, right? Like in the best English I've heard ever. And I was like, you do? He's like, yeah. He's like, I noticed everyone's been kind of staring at me, but I hadn't said anything and just kind of been listening. I was like, you haven't said shit in like a month, even though everybody's been like staring at you. And he's like, yeah, didn't want to lose my job. I was like, oh, okay, fair. I said, well, everybody seems to think you stink. And he's like, well, I wear aftershave to work every day. And I kind of got to put it together right then. I was like, oh, because he's clean, these nasty trailer humping motherfuckers over here don't realize that he is smelling like he's supposed to and not smelling like a pack of Newports got dipped in Natty Light like they do.
You know
So
what? That
it was
is
wild.
pretty fucking accurate to what I've experienced.
It's always like something stupid like that. Like there's that, and there was the one time where they had to actually put up a sign that said, "Do not." That what they wrote on it was, "Do not use the bathroom beside the road," because there were little roads going around it, and people would just get out and piss. And then it upgraded to people would just stop and take a shit,
On the side of the road?
like on the side of the road. Like there was a roadway that went all around the plant. Like you would take trucks and stuff around. People would just get out of their little side by side, piss on the side of the road, and then eventually people, like I said, started shitting.
I've done that once, but like I can't imagine doing it like fucking broad daylight in the side of a highway.
Not in the middle of a busy ass plant, no.
I fucking did it by my place, which is in the middle of the swamps, yeah? I was like 15 years old. There's a sign that said no dumping. I said, fuck you, sign. I took a
Don't
dump
do
on
what
it.
you tell me. We also have a question in the chat from Great Gatsby. Are you the type to reply to chat?
Of course, we're
No.
the type to reply
No.
to chat, yeah. Wait.
We're very antisocial.
Yeah. What was this Great Gatsby guy? Hold on. I think I'm gonna have to kick him from chat. Yo, what's popping?
How do you do,
Christ.
kids?
Yes, that is quite on fleek.
As a good friend of mine once said, are you the type to respond to chat? Certainly.
Certainly, I will tell you how to get your hatties back.
I told that story today at work. They were fucking dying, dude. Oh my god. Well, do you like tell these stories to other people, or do you like keep them to yourself?
If anybody wants to hear it, like I'll gladly tell them.
So I'm just gonna reply to Mr. Brownhill. Yeah. Construction workers are a very particular type. So yeah, because he was clean, he didn't smell right.
Yeah. The construction workers on these kind of projects are very much pack animals, and if you don't have the scent of the pack on you, they will turn on you.
Yeah, pretty much.
The scent of the pack is usually Marlboro Reds and Natty Light.
Shit, that must have been a well-paying project to afford Marlboro Reds. We
Dude,
got
it was done.
pyramids out here.
Dude, it was done by Southern Company, so like the electric company
Oh
had to pay for that shit.
fuck.
So
Yeah, Southern Company. Yeah, they actually just recently. So here, funny thing about Southern Company, they spent $8 billion, $8 billion with a B dollars
On what?
on a coal-fired power plant. It was supposed to be clean coal. It was supposed to cost about $1 billion, and it was supposed to be done about 6 years ago, right? But halfway through, they realized, oh shit, this doesn't work. So they spent another few $1 billion to convert it to natural gas.
you
And
want
just
to know what? Go ahead. I'm sorry.
just a couple days ago, they it was in the news because I know people who have worked on the project. They just dismantled. demolished the coal part. So fun times.
You want to know what's even funnier about that?
What?
That's the one I worked at.
Oh, no shit.
Wait, you
Yep.
worked at that coal plant that he's talking
I
about?
worked at that coal plant he's talking about. It was supposed to be a clean burning coal plant.
How do you?
And then, well, here's what happens. One thing happens. They would bring in different groups of contractors to work on the place. And that's just what it is. It's like this. Say, Andy, I want you to draw me a picture. I want you to draw me a picture of a tiger. And you get the tiger's head drawn. I'm like, I don't like that. So I take the tiger picture from you, and I say, Kibbles, draw me a picture of a tiger. Use this. And he uses your drawing. He starts to draw it. I don't like that. I'll draw it myself. And I start to draw on top of that. We're going to have a kind of fucked up looking tiger. That's basically what happened with this plant. Was that instead of having one crew that did everything from start to finish, they would bring in a crew for like 6 months, then another crew for 6 months, then another crew for 6 months, and just continuously rotate them and never give anybody time to like actually learn and get familiar with the shit. So everything got put together really weird. I know this because when I went up there, I was supposed to be there. They wanted me. They asked me to go work for 3 months up there because after those 3 months, the site was supposed to go live. They were going to shut down the store, and we were all going to go home. I said, cool. They're paying me like $20 an hour to go up here and do fucking nothing most of the day, so I'll do that. And so I headed up there. I got set in. About 2 weeks after I got set in there, they brought in a crew of German engineers. I heard it was 3 of them, but I wasn't sure how many.
Back in a moment.
These engineers basically went through with a clipboard, told them every way they had fucked up, and basically by the time they were done, they had wrote a book on how bad they fucked up.
Yeah. Yeah, I've heard horror stories about that place.
Dude, it was bad. Like you'd get up there and I couldn't. Like I had people stealing light bulbs, like
Oh,
just
yeah,
light
yeah.
bulbs.
Well, you replaced them, right?
I'm sorry. No, like we would order them. Like my job was I worked for a third party company that set up on site and sold electrical products that they needed. So light bulbs, tape, pipe, fucking fittings, anything they needed.
I'm gonna send you a message real quick, Funk.
Hit me with it.
How do you change the fucking canvas size on these things? There we go.
Yeah, we did that, and so basically I wasn't particularly affiliated with them, but I was just kind of like my own entity for the most part. Negative.
All right, that's who's on the site I'm on right now. They do the same thing.
All right, let's see here. Sorry, I had to answer a quick phone call.
No, you good? But yeah, we're working on something like that. It's very unique because you get to see a lot of stuff. Like I got a call one day because we had to relocate an alligator that had gotten on site.
Oh yeah, I love those calls.
Those are great. And I was like, why are y'all calling me? And they're like, well, Kimball, who was the guy I worked with, they said, Kimball says you got experience relocating alligators. And I said, yeah. So they called me and were like, I was like, I'm not a racist against alligator, but some of my best friends are crocodilian. But they called me to come help, and I got over there, and all it was a little 3-foot baby alligator just looking at me like, what's up, Funk? And I was like, hey, buddy, you got to get the fuck out of here. And he's like, I understand, big man. And so I just walked over and picked up the baby alligator and went and threw him in a little pond. I said, all right, he should be all right. I was like, he's 3 foot long. He's not going to bother any damn body.
It's still pretty long, though.
What's he going to do? Hiss at you angrily?
No, he's going to make that weird alligator noise. You know?
Oh.
Yeah. The noise that Discord noise suppression can't pick up.
Ah.
It's really cute, though.
He's going to make either the little squeak, or he's going to make like the bellow noise that you hear the grown-ass alpha gators make, which is actually kind of scary to hear when you can't find the gator.
Yes.
I think the scariest animal noise I've heard is the fucking leopard seal. That shit scares the fuck out of me.
Leopard seals are all that is good and pure in the world.
Have you seen this fucking leopard seal video where it goes ooh, 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 ooh?
Yeah, they're just being bros, you know? They're just being cool. They're just like, hey man, you got any penguins I can bite in half?
He's like,
oh, that's cool.
He's like 3 tons, 20 feet long. He's got teeth like this. I'm holding my hands up like in claw form. Okay.
Yeah,
He's
they're
got
cute.
teeth like this.
Is that the set of pictures of the photographer where the leopard seal was trying to feed him a penguin because it thought his camera was like a mouth, and it was like,
Fucking leopard seal was like, dude, come on, man, you gotta eat. You're gonna die out here.
he's like, dude, don't die on me. Like, dude, here's a fucking penguin. Eat the penguin, please. Eat the penguin, please. Eat the penguin. Like it's like coming back with like half a penguin. It's like a penguin's ass in its mouth, and it's just like, here, eat the penguin, damn it! Don't you die on me, boy.
So if anyone doesn't know that story, it was a National Geographic photographer in Antarctica, and he's down there, doing his photographer thing, and this fucking leopard seal swims up to him, and he's like, "Oh shit, I'm gonna die," because leopard seals are the apex predator in Antarctica.
Let me get you a quick size reference of what leopard seal is.
I think they're cute as fuck.
They're fucking
So-
gigantic.
Cool.
This leopard seal swims up to him, and this photographer's like shitting his pants, like, ah, damn it, I'm gonna die. And it swims up to him, and it checks him out, and it swims away, and it brings him a penguin, like a fucking live, whole ass penguin. And it releases the penguin. Penguin fucking swims off, and the leopard seal does it again. And the photographer is just like filming this shit. And then the leopard seal brings gradually like deader and deader penguins, like trying to feed this photographer. And the guy was like, yeah, it was like it was starting to freak out, like, you're gonna fucking starve out here. I'm trying to help you. And eventually the leopard seal like just kind of swims off, like, well, I tried. But it went on for hours.
It's like, in fact, hold on a second.
I got a size comparison of a leopard seal. I gotta see this fucking thing. It's absolutely huge.
They're cute.
They're not cute. They're
fun.
scary.
They're fucking cute. I would pet one.
Oh,
There
never
we
mind.
go. Like here, like I've got right here. This is a photo of the leopard seal coming up to the guy with basically like half a penguin in its mouth.
All right.
Why don't you put this FluffCast or shenanigans?
Whatever you want, dude.
Let's put FluffCast, whatever.
All right, so that's a guy. That's a your standard 6'0" bear of a man in the top left corner there.
How many Ben Shapiros make up one leopard seal?
I want to say 2 or 3. Look at the size of this fucking thing, dude.
Nah, if it's a Ben Shapiro, that's easily 5 or 6.
It's got to be.
Oh my god. Jesus Christ. I'd fucking shit my pants if this. What a 10 out of 10 photograph, though.
That's what I'm saying.
There's photos of like what his camera got, and they are up close to that fucking seal.
Oh my god. The thing is that you just kind of think like, oh, it's a cute little seal, but then you see the side shot of how actually big this fucking thing is compared to him, and you're like, oh, I wouldn't have been cool.
Yeah, it's kind of like cats do. It's like cats will bring you a mouse, like a dead mouse. Like, hey, you're a terrible hunter. Here's a dead thing.
Can we show the dead penguin on stream? Is that okay?
Yeah, there we go.
I mean, there's no blood or anything to it. It's just it's not even graphic. It's just dead penguin.
Yeah.
It's like, here, eat, you dumb animal. You must eat.
That's also like last night. Okay, so Ben Shapiro disappointed me again, so I know how his wife feels. But like last night we were reading True Allegiance again, and I got into one part where basically the main character, not Ben Shapiro, is about to drop iron on a fucking child on a donkey. So I went through all the trouble of like warning people, like, hey, trigger warning, we might be fixing to see a kid get shot. Just heads up. And me and Menthol had like a 2-3 minute spiel about it, and then it turns out he didn't even shoot the donkey. So I was like, well, damn, Brett, you're not much of an American hero now, are you?
Yeah, even Chris Kyle killed kids.
Also, I found it funny that apparently Chris Kyle told a story that he beat up Jesse the Body Ventura in a bar, which turned out to be completely false. And so Jesse the Body Ventura was suing him when Chris Kyle died, and then sued his wife. So I was like, you go, Jesse.
Jesse, the mind, body, and spirit Ventura.
Like, I just didn't because basically, pretty much what he said is like, apparently, his claim was that Jesse was in a bar in Minnesota saying that he hopes Navy SEALs die. And I was like, the fuck? Why would
Wasn't
Jesse say
Jeffy
that?
Ventura a fucking in the Navy?
He was. If I remember, he was a SEAL.
Yeah, it's like me saying I wish. Well, no, that's not quite. Okay, I'm not gonna go there.
I wish that all furries would go to hell.
Yeah, I was gonna go there. But I didn't because I'm not a furry. I'm a monster fucker. There's a big difference.
So that monster fucking is a legit and noble profession.
Mm-hmm. Furries just control fucking everything.
Suspiciously wealthy furries.
It's all.
I need to get me a suspiciously wealthy furry patron at some point. Speaking of,
my
go
food's
ahead.
on
I'm
the way.
sorry.
Oh no, I'm sorry. I was talking out loud, thinking out loud.
Yeah, you good. Also, speaking of furries, like I found this today in my roamings, and I'm still trying to figure out: is there a term for furries that want to be sharks and stuff? Are they fishies? What are they?
Niece, I don't know. Like there's a limited number of shark furries.
Do we have any people who have shark personas in the audience who can tell us what you call yourself?
Don't be shy.
Okay, listen. Werewolves are fucking hot, and I will stand by it to my dying breath.
Dude, werewolves are sexy. You should fuck a wolf.
Werewolves are sexy.
What is
You
that?
should fuck a wolf.
That's from fucking Robot Chicken, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, I'm a centaur. Please save my species. Fuck a horse.
Horses are sexy. You should fuck a horse.
That's an actual song. It's great.
It really is.
When did Robot Chicken premiere? Because that shit was like huge.
Oh fuck! I was still in high school. It would have been like 2007, 2006.
It was. Hold on, let's pull it up. I got it right here.
Hi, I'm a centaur,
see.
half man, half horse. Please do your part to help keep my people alive.
Apparently,
a horse.
Sexy.
There we go.
2005.
Wow.
Okay, it was first shown as Sweet J Presents in 2001, but then it was released as Robot Chicken in February 20th, 2005.
And the world is a better place for it to be. For it to exist.
I remember.
Yeah. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was what's it called? I mean, when I was younger, I remember I would watch Family Guy and Futurama in that 9 o'clock, 9:30, 10 o'clock slot, and then afterwards was Robot Chicken, and I was like, oh, Family Guy, no, and the Futurama's just The Simpsons. What is this weird adult Robot Chicken show? I'm not allowed to watch that. And then I watched it, and I was like, this shit's fucking great. It's stupid and just fun.
Yeah, I remember whenever Robot Chicken and Family Guy released their Star Wars parodies at the same time. I greatly preferred the Robot Chicken one because Family Guy was they just did the Muppet thing where they're like, we're just gonna do the movie again, but with our characters in there and a couple of jokes, which works for the Muppets because it's a Muppet, but it doesn't work for Family Guy. But the actual one that the Robot Chicken did was all these great little parodies and stuff that I absolutely adored.
Yeah, like they were like a lot more imaginative with the source material.
The one that stands out to me. There's two that stand out to me. It's the Mos Eisley Cantina, where what's his name goes in. He's like an architect, and he's like, nah, come on, let's cut work. Let's go to the new cantina.
All right, he gets his fucking hand chopped off, and he can't be an architect.
Mm-hmm.
And then when Emperor Palpatine is going up the escalator, and for like the first few seconds, it's like Stormtrooper, 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 Stormtrooper.
Go fuck yourself.
Fuck you. Go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself.
He's sitting in his fucking like chair, looking over the space. He's like, good chair, excellent view of nothing, and it's sitting under a vent.
The hell is an aluminum falcon?
The hell's an aluminum falcon?
What's an aluminum falcon? Like I love that.
You reach up there with your staff of Ra.
Like that one, and what was the other one? The extended version of Han Solo talking into the communicator. Yeah, we're fine. How are you? Great. This is Ted.
Ted's right here.
Ted from it's like Ted's right here though. Oh, this is another Ted, not that Ted. And just like him going through that whole thing, I fucking adore that. Like everything about that was great. And also they had that really surreal one where Luke runs into the Wampa at the gas station. That one was always like really fucked up to me because I was like, dude, this is creepy. I don't know if I like this.
Hmm. Trying to think. Sorry, I'm thinking of more fantastical, horrible ways to kill a Fluffy. The only I can think of
There
right
you
now
go.
is Executioner.
So
What if
I've got a dark story. Can I tell a dark story?
Yeah, sure. So let me turn the light on.
hold on, I got you.
So this is actually kind of a fucked up story.
All right.
So trigger warning to the audience. This involves actual animals, and it's very unfortunate.
We'll take the animals off screen. All right.
So
tell us.
years and years ago, I worked for an oil company. And I remember being told a story. This is one of the Canadians, and this is just another reason you can't trust the fucking Canadians, right?
No.
But one of the Canadians was telling me that they had they found a fucking a rabbit, right? A rabbit on site, and what they did was they put this rabbit in the flare stack. Which if you ever see the fire like on the side of the rig, the flare, right?
I have no idea what that is. The flare stag? How do you spell that?
Stack. Flare, FLARESTACK. Flare stack.
Flare stack. Okay. Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So what they did was they teed in a 3-inch pipe to this flare stack with a fucking, it was like a 1/2-inch ball valve on it, right? With a big valve to, anyhow, they ended up shooting a rabbit through a 1/2-inch ball valve at like 900 psi.
What is that in speed, velocity?
It's not so much the velocity as it is a
So
rabbit being pushed through a 1/2-inch ball valve.
okay, so you basically turned it into a rabbit sausage.
Yes.
God. How did it get in there?
They put it in there.
Why did they put it in there?
Because they're Canadian. They can't be trusted. They were fucking sick, man.
I'll say, fucking give me a barf bag. Christ. That's
Yeah, so
fucked up.
they fucking cracked open the big valve and released 900 pounds of pressure into the chamber and then spaghettified the rabbit.
Jesus.
Was it
So anyhow,
raining rabbit?
spaghetti. Yeah, pretty much. Spaghettified Fluffy.
Spaghettified Fluffy. So is that the, like
Or you could do the bisected one like I did with that poor ass fox.
Well, that's just a couple flavors of fucked up.
Oh, hey.
Yep.
Oh, hi, Mutagen. My favorite Canadian. How are you doing?
I'm not Canadian. Just
Okay,
live here,
fine.
man.
Okay. Uh-huh. Yeah. So how many critters have you spaghettified?
5th.
Okay, fair.
Mutagen, how was your vacation? How was your marriage?
It was a marriage.
Did you
We're married. I'm a married man now.
was it nice? Like was it stressful? Like tell us. I've never
It
been,
wasn't particularly stressful. The one sort of highlight that happened sort of pre-wedding was we had an outdoor wedding planned at a beautiful garden. And it turned out as we were getting closer to the date, we're like, shit, it's gonna be raining like all fucking week. It might rain for our wedding, it might not. We're not sure. So we basically had to make a call. We messaged the place. I'm like, hey, we're looking at the weather. It's looking like it might rain. Can we like do something? Can you like move us somewhere else? I said, well, since it's the end of our season and there's no one else here, we'll make an exception. We'll allow you guys to go indoors. But to make this clear, this is not an either or situation. If you pick one, you can't do the other one. Right?
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
So I had to make the call, do I chance it and we do the outdoor wedding that we planned, or do we play it safe and go indoors? So in the end, we decided, you know what, let's just take it indoors. It'll probably rain, it'll be great. Day of the wedding, it's fucking gorgeous all day and not a drop of rain.
You know,
Oh, you played it. I
that
think you did
that sucks.
I think you did the right thing.
But you know what? It was okay because it was cold. It was an indoor wedding, but we were still able to be on like sort of a patio kind of thing that was outside. So that was nice. So yeah, it was a lovely ceremony and everything went great. And I forgot and I couldn't find my vows. I wrote them
Did you
down.
just wing it? Did you wing it?
I did not. Here's what happened. Basically, I had pre-written my vows on my phone, and then I wrote them down on a piece of paper once I had something finalized. And then I took my vows. I'm like, I'm gonna put them in my breast pocket because it's an obvious place to put things, and you'll be able to find it easily. So I put them in my breast pocket, and then immediately forgot I put them there, and then I wasn't able to find them in the moment. And there's like 4 or 5 photos of me fumbling through my jacket, which has like God knows how many fucking pockets, trying to find my goddamn vows. Before I was like, you know what? That's okay. They're on my phone. So I read my vows off my phone,
What
and
the?
not only did I lose my vows, and I found them like immediately after because I was putting something away in my pocket. I'm like, oh hey, here are my vows. And not only that, not only was I not able to find my vows, but my wife had written way better vows than me, and I just kind of looked like an idiot up there. It was great.
I don't think you looked like an idiot. I'm sure you looked endearing. Like, look at the groom. He's an idiot. He's a moron. We love him.
But then the karmic scale shifted in the other direction because Fluffy fell over twice.
Well, yeah. Have you seen those fucking dresses?
Not in a row, but she did fall over once it was on like hard stone and stuff. The second time was on grass. It was okay. But the first time everyone's like, "Oh my god, are you okay?" And the second time I was like, "What the fuck again? Come on."
Really? Come on, get your shit together.
You get one, you get a freebie. After that, everybody calls you out on it.
Oh my, that's amazing. That's like my last buddy who got married. When I went to his wedding, I actually had to work as the bouncer for the wedding
Mm-hmm.
because we were afraid that his dad was going to show up, and his dad is a mean drunk. So we were like, yeah, if man hopped up on Oxycontin, drunk out of his mind, shows up, somebody's got to handle him. And they've all just kind of slowly turned to me, and I'm just sitting over there like eating hors d'oeuvres, like, what? And so I got to be one of the ushers and also the bouncer, and it was fun. I didn't have to bounce anybody though, thankfully.
Mm. Yeah, it was a really, really, really small reception. It was just like my family, her family, and a couple of her friends. Because I don't really have any friends over here, so it was just us.
You know, I got a
And
car.
then afterwards, we went home, and that night we went and ate the best goddamn Japanese fusion food I've ever had in my life. Impressed everyone in my family, myself included. Though actually, I'd already eaten there before, but it was fucking tasty. My God.
Yep.
It was like a sushi. It was like a sushi kind of thing, right? That was their specialty. But the entree was kind of like a chef's choice. You had a bunch of different like seafood things, and it was pretty good. It's not bad. Then you get a carpaccio with like a cold egg on it. That shit was delicious. Holy fuck! It was to the
Carpaccio.
point where
That's
yeah.
that's the raw meat with the what's it called? Fuck.
It's like thinly sliced raw meat.
Yeah.
Usually with like some Parmigiano Reggiano on it and some other stuff. But this one had a cold, free range egg on top, which sounds weird, but then you eat it and you're like, holy shit, this is amazing. And it was to the point that my very well put together mother, who's like very, very proper, very manners and stuff like that, we managed to convince her to do like, because all I have are like chopsticks, right? And once you cut open the egg, it's like running everywhere. But we managed to convince her to pick up her plate, bring it to her mouth, and slurp down the rest of the yolk like everyone else because my God, it was so good. That egg, though, I still think about that egg sometimes.
Just look up at the ceiling, trying to fall asleep, just like the egg, Fluffy the egg.
You're just saying,
She remembers it too, so I know I think about too.
The day we got married was the happiest day of my life. I was like, "Cause you married your one true love." No, I had the best goddamn egg.
My God, it was such a good egg.
God, if God himself could make an egg, he'd make this egg.
I don't know what was so good about it, but goddamn. Anyways, after that it was just like a sashimi thing, which they did in like a thing of like liquid nitrogen. So they put on
Mhm.
top. It was like scallop and like 2 types of tuna, I think. And they poured a little water on the liquid nitrogen ice and like steams it up. Then the entree was like a steak, with, like some grilled vegetables, and that was honestly pretty fucking good too. But the highlight's the goddamn sushi. Because holy fuck, these sushi were incredible. Ugh. There's one. It's just salmon and rice, and that salmon is the best goddamn thing I've ever eaten in my life. And then we had a lovely little dessert, and they did a special thing for us because we just got married, and we also got a free glass of rosé. So it's fun,
Nice.
good time. And then we went home and just passed the fuck out. That was my wedding in a nutshell.
Got a nice glass of Chateau Lafite, and I drank it with ice.
Yeah. I have no idea what the fuck we drank. They're just like, here's my brother had a Guinness. I'm like, dude, why you don't have a Guinness with a fucking sushi? Like, come on.
I like your brother.
Like, don't get me wrong, I love Guinness, and I'm
Guinness
like the only one
Guinness
in
goes
my
with everything.
family. I'm the only one in my family aside from my brother who likes Guinness. Everyone else is very much like not a dark beer kind of person. I love Guinness, but with sushi, no, come on, doesn't go with sushi. Have that with like a burger, like a fucking like stew or something. Sure, sign me the fuck up. But not sushi.
Here's
This goes
something.
with everything.
Here's some kind of funny for me. My almost father-in-law, Mr. Sagaraba, who I've spoken about before. And actually, I haven't talked to him in a while. I need to call him. We he took me out to an authentic Japanese sushi place. He said.
Mhm.
Now, in Birmingham, Alabama, where he was living at the time, there is a sizable Asian community. So yeah, there's actual, real, authentic Asian restaurants there. So we went to the sushi one he recommended. And I was having that same thought. I was like, I don't know what the hell you pair to drink with sushi. Like normally I just get water, but like I don't know what you would pair with honest to God sushi. So like we get there and like I'm sitting between my ex and him and I'm like, so Mr. Sagaraba, give me the scoop. What do you drink with sushi? What are you supposed to drink? And he just looks at me and he gets this kind of look in his face like he's just gonna tell me like the secret of the universe. And he's like, well, cowboy, what I always get is an ice cold Pepsi. And I was just like, what, there's not like an alcohol or something you get, or just like some kind of special drink or anything? He's like, no, I just always get an ice cold Pepsi. I love the shit. I was like, oh, okay. So it just pairs really well with the sushi. He's like, you'd be surprised. And so I just ordered a Pepsi and I was like, oh, well, you know what? He wasn't wrong. But yeah, I feel like, I got to the end of my quest and somebody just told me some bullshit about, the real treasure was the friends you made along the way. And I was like, I did this adventure solo. What the fuck are you on about?
I want to pull that in a D&D campaign. They get to the end of a long and grueling dungeon, and they open a chest, and there's just like a sage at the end of it, and it just says the treasure was inside you all along. It's like, are you fucking kidding me? It's like, I'm not being figurative. And then they just gut each other and find like gold coins, and that some fucking wizard teleported inside their colons or some shit.
That's amazing. I'm here for that.
Some Squid Game shit.
Which,
Yeah,
by the
Squid
way,
Game.
fuck
for
Squid
sushi
Game.
though,
That's
if you want an honest answer, I would say either a sake, maybe a white beer or a white wine.
Okay, I can get behind that.
Yeah, let's talk about Squid Game because I fucking loved it.
I haven't
Look,
seen Squid Game yet. Santa
We've all
talked about
played
it last
Splatoon.
night.
I was whelmed by it.
I've not watched it because it's one of those things where it's become so saturated, I don't give a fuck anymore. You know what? I did see one thing about Squid Game, and this told me everything I need to know about it, and I want to get it for you guys because I feel like if the actual movie or show or whatever the fuck it is does not contain this, like it's not what I'm fixing to show you, I just don't care. It's not. They missed an opportunity. Let me find it here. Where'd I put it?
So what is this on Netflix or
Yeah, it's on Netflix.
is this like? I mean, is it good?
Okay, I'm a huge fan of Korean cinema.
Oh, okay.
I think that they have embraced the fuck it, everyone loses. You know, like Old Boy, fuck it, everyone loses. I saw
did
the
like Old
devil,
Boy.
fuck it, everyone loses. Train to Busan, fuck it, everyone loses.
Andy, I threw it in shenanigans. So
All right, let
that's
me see.
this is all I care about for Squid Game.
I don't know if I can throw it up on stream.
I don't know. It's not very long, so you probably could, but I don't know.
That's fair use. We're providing commentary.
There you go.
What the fuck?
That was
That's
just
a bit-
post by not Little Nas, and I was just like, you know what? That's all I need to know about Squid Game, and then I just fucked off.
There you go. Oh, who remembers Super Jail? I fucking loved Super Jail.
I love Super Jail.
All right, I'm actually
I still get the theme song stuck in my head sometimes.
life on the outside just is not what it used to be.
I'd still say I'd recommend Squid Game. Personally, I
Mhm.
thought it was good. I wouldn't call it great.
Yeah.
But it was I enjoyed it, but I probably wouldn't watch it again, and I'm not sure why it's getting a second season.
Why? Was the story like self-contained?
I feel like it could have been. They could have made it self-contained, but they didn't. Which is the one thing I'd say, like, kind of disappointed by. I feel like it could have just been its own thing and be done.
So muted,
It was
right?
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So just to explain what I'm drawing, if you're watching, I'm currently setting up a couple of scenes here, trying to board up an idea I'm doing for a abuse artist collaborative image. So I'm just throwing down some ideas, see if like people be like, hey, this is a pose here, this is a little bit of a scene, throw your guy in there, we'll put it in a lineup, create a nice little thing here.
Imagine drawing fluffy pony art.
I don't have
Imagine
to.
drawing.
I'm doing it right now. I'm having.
Imagine.
Just imagine.
Imagine all the people.
Imagine that song was
Nah.
written by a wife or by a domestic abuser.
But where do they all come from?
Here. By the way, Fun, because you said you were on the fence about Squid Game. I'll say this: there's one thing I was expecting out of this that thankfully did not actually happen. I was expecting another sort of Japanese isekai death game kind of thing, like Wonderland, if you've seen or heard of it. It's not that. It's actually, like more grounded in reality. It's just like techno magic bullshit. Play game, I guess.
It's like I've seen some of it and it looks interesting, and probably like once the hype dies down, I'll watch it. But it's like when things get overly hyped and I have to see it from everybody on my Twitter guideline, or like everybody's talking about it in fucking chat, I don't really want to see it, because like I'm probably gonna get spoiled by one of these people, so I just kind of tune out so I can watch it on my own.
It's funny.
I get that. I get that.
This is one of those shows I know it was hyped everywhere, it was all over the place, but I never actually had it spoiled for me because I actually didn't see much in terms of spoilers. Like it felt like all the stuff I was seeing was people who'd seen the first episode and that was it. But yeah, I'd say if you're looking for something to watch, it's pretty fun.
Man,
And
check
it's
it out.
semi realistic.
I'll say to your point, Funk, there's a reason I never got into like Game of Thrones or fucking Breaking Bad or the zombie Walking Dead.
Yeah, The Walking Dead.
Like I watched the first probably season of each of those shows, and then I was saturated with it. Like, oh my god, this is the greatest thing since sliced Jesus. And then after that, I was just like,
Jesus?
it's not that good. It's seriously, it's the same shit I've seen 1,000 times. Like, it's not that good.
See,
And then I get angry because people are telling me I have to watch it, and I say, go fuck yourself.
That's me with like Harry Potter. I was 2 years too old to be the Harry Potter target demographic when it came out. For comparison, I was 10 years old when Pokemon first came out, so I was like the core demographic for that shit. But Harry Potter came out, I didn't really care. Like, I love wizards and shit like that. I draw function as a wizard because I love magic. It's cool, but I can't give a fuck about Harry Potter. Mainly because I feel like their magic system is really fucking boring. And B, every time I think I might read Harry Potter, everybody's like, hey, why don't you do this book report and tell me what you think about all of it and how the fact that Harry is an allegory for Jesus? And I'm like, wait a minute, I've read Narnia. That ain't fucking true. And it's just I can't enjoy it because other people are like harassing me about it the whole goddamn time, and I'm like, y'all just leave me be. Now
I
it's
think
it,
the
go ahead,
issue
Beetle.
with Harry Potter is mostly that the world building just it doesn't really make sense outside of the weird vacuum it's put itself in.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a bit silly, I think.
Well, it's like in world building, like the way I was taught when you're doing it is like sometimes the best way to include certain things is just to put them in as like a kind of passing mention. Like you don't have to make a whole fucking chapter about certain things, but like make a passing comment about how shitty the currency is or how you think the pressing on them is weird. Like say, they had changed to paper money, and then it was basically worthless because it fell apart after a couple of years. Shit like that. Instead of doing like J.K. Rowling did and basically just coming along 5-10 years after the books come out and be like, oh yeah, this happened in the books, but I totally didn't write it at the time.
Mm.
Yeah, no, they're gay wizards and shit, but
It wasn't in the book. It didn't happen. Just get over
that's
it.
pretty much it.
Dumbledore
Yeah.
was gay. Snape was a pedophile. Hagrid was addicted to crack cocaine.
Wizards shit themselves
You can't
constantly.
just say
they
that
shit
half
everywhere.
giants are addicted to crack cocaine, man. That's not cool. It's not
I
this
mean,
kind of cast.
he just did.
It
Sitting
was a
over here,
CIA operation.
just like
Getting the
Mutagen
giants
says, like
hooked on cocaine.
there are no bathrooms in the wizard world. They just shit their pants and magic it away.
Isn't wait,
That was a real thing.
yeah, that's
I
like an
mean-
actual plot point, isn't it? Like
Couldn't you just do that in D&D with prestidigitation?
Would you
Because you
want
can
to
you
though?
can you can unsoil clothes with prestidigitation in D&D.
Where does the poop go?
It just disappears.
It's just like
It's
some
not your
random
problem
guy in his
anymore.
house that just pops in his house. He's like, God damn you, magic poop.
No, even better, he thinks this is cat. Like every day he wakes up and he goes and checks the litter box, and there's just like this giant human-sized turd in the litter box, and he's like, Martha, the cat's sick.
Martha, Mr. Bixby needs to go back to the vet. Yeah, big as my forearm.
God, if I could do one thing to like fuck with someone's mind forever, it would be that. It would be to somehow get inside their house and just take a shit in the litter box.
Mm-hmm.
Can you imagine, like, you just wake up in the morning and you're just like, what the fuck?
Funny enough,
I can't eat right.
I've seen the results of that, and it was a shit show. Where
what?
I stayed. We were staying over at a friend of mine's house. We were staying over at Cousin Boomhauer's house. And at the time, Cousin Boomhauer had a cat, and her name was Princess, and it was his mom's cat. His dad hated this cat because she was bitchy. She punched everybody because they declawed her like fucking idiots. But anyway, Princess had her litter box, and we were there playing games one night, and we were playing Halo. So this is back this is like high school funk when I had like 3 friends. We were playing Halo one night, and we got to the point where it was like, all right, whoever has the lowest score, whoever loses, has got to do a dare. And we're like, all right, fuck it, let's see what happens. So we got to the end, and a friend of ours, his name was Stefan. Stefan lost, and they're like, all right, Stefan, you got to do your dare. He had the lowest score out of our fucking free for all. But anyway, we're like, Stefan, you got to do a dare, and he's like, well, what am I gonna do? He's like, I ain't doing no gay shit. And we're like, dude, we're not gonna make you do gay shit, or are we? But we said, all right, Stefan, here's what you got to do. You got to go take a shit in the litter box. And he looked at us, and I said, yeah, nobody's in the living room. Litter box is sitting over by the kitchen. Go shit in the litter box and leave it. And he's like, well, I ain't got to shit. And he's like, well, you can wait till you got to shit, but you got to do it before morning. And so he did it. And we all went to sleep. And I was thinking about, we were all giggling our asses off. You know, we're like 16, 17, all just giggling our asses off. Wake up the next morning to what sounds like a domestic situation going on in the living room. Turns out my uncle is trying his best to shoot Princess, has her in one hand, and is trying to get his 45 away from my aunt in the other hand. And he has declared that the cat is sick, and he's not spending any more goddamn money on vet bills, and he's taking Princess out back to put her down so she won't suffer no more. And that was about the time I left. And honestly, I don't know what happened to Princess, but I feel like our shenanigans might have backfired, and we might have got a cat killed.
You killed a cat.
That cat's dead, dude.
That cat was probably dead. Honestly, though, that cat was like 30 pounds. So Princess was probably just like, please pull the trigger. It was it was a sight. So the funniest thing was like, Stefan was like, "You guys can't watch me while I take a shit in the litter box." We're like, "We won't watch you." And then we all just like got behind the couch. We're all giggling like idiots, peeking around, watching him try to shit in the litter box, which requires way more dexterity than you would think it would. You're like, it's a box on the ground. Surely I could shit in that.
Well, it requires training like all things.
Exactly. It's like the time I had to use the fucking Japanese squatty potty. Those things are fucking terrifying because it's just a hole in the ground. You just squat over it and take a dump. I'm sitting here going like, you guys are making waifus and put them in jars, but y'all just poop in a hole in the ground? What the fuck is this? You guys are killing me. Y'all got a bullet train that can make a 200-mile trip in like an hour. I was like, why in the hell y'all got to shit in the floor? I never got any answers.
So I honestly have not looked at Fluffy community in quite a while. Kind of cool shit's been going on.
Sabrina's been working on a couple new series.
Mm.
Flufftober is in full swing, so everybody is fucking just doing all the prompts and shit. That's really fun. I know I've been trying to keep with the prompts every week here, but I think last week was unsettling, so I drew a Fluffy with gauges, goat pupils. Things are just going.
Just wrong.
People are celebrating the 1-year anniversary of the site right now. That's the big thing.
I heard.
Yeah. So I gotta set up my giveaway soon. Shit like a Joe Biden mug, copy of Fallout New Vegas. Fuck, what else did I have? I had something really cool I sent to. I think there's a fucking Funko Pop called a Fluffy that I was gonna give away too.
Oh, I see.
Mm-hmm.
You're not going to give away a Marine Corps Funko Pop?
Oh right.
Yeah, that cursed shit we found that night.
Oh right, I remember that distinctively. Oh my goodness, a Marine Corps Funko Pop.
It's just for your friendly local neighborhood jarhead.
I hate Funko Pops so fucking much.
I'm telling you, the fucking Rathalos one is good. That's it. That's the only one.
I do have my little Rathalos one. I tried to get the Zenogre one because I love Zenogre, but
Is there a
could not find
Zenogre
it.
one?
There is one of the bigger ones, but I could not find it.
Let me see. Zenogre Funko Pop. Is it any cool? Let me see. Oh, this one's like fucking they crap out $45 on Amazon for the goddamn Zenogre Funko Pop.
Apparently so. Like it used to be, I think, like 15. And I just never got it, and then now it's like 45, 50 bucks.
This is like hardly even a Funko Pop at this point. It's like actually, what the fuck, dude?
It's actually pretty good size. I think it's like 9 inches tall, something like that.
God, the only thing
This is
with
literally. Sorry, speaking of Funko Pops. This is literally the only Funko Pop I've ever seen that I went, oh, that's kind of cool.
What? Let me see it.
I'm gonna put it in commentary, I guess. If I can.
All right, let me see here.
Oh, that is pretty cool.
That is pretty cool.
But it's like the big Funko Pop, the one that's like 12 inches tall.
Is that even a Funko Pop at that point? It's just like a fucking.
Let me show you. Let me show you the Godzilla, the actual like Godzilla Funko Pop.
Here, let me get this up on stream because I'm running out of ideas on how to kill Fluffies. Need to confer with the top men.
This is the Funko Pop sized Funko Pop of Godzilla.
Okay.
Well, that looks scary.
That's the big one. I don't like that.
I'm gonna throw in commentary. This is my Funko lineup. These are like the ones I have on my desk, and they've basically just been on my desk for forever.
So what does a Marine Corps Funko Pop look like?
You know what?
Ben Shapiro.
I think I've got it here, and I will show it to you.
Is that Heavy Weapons guy?
That is Heavy Weapons guy, Kirishima from My Hero Academia, Fuhrer King Bradley, and Hellboy with his horns.
I like
Sorry,
that.
hold on, I need a.
Yeah, such a pleasant little desk. I like that.
Yeah, that's my new one. It's actually pretty cozy. Like, I'm sitting here, and I think I might actually sound a little bit better because it has better acoustics because it's not just entirely wide open. So, just in general, it's like more. It's kind of cozy and nice. I don't feel all exposed. Thought I had that saved in here.
So I know you guys had what's his face? That guy who's been making the Fluffy Pony card game.
Vanner.
Yeah. How's that coming along?
He said it should be good for release either this month or next month. I could be jumping the gun on that though. Don't quote me. Let me
That's
ask
pretty
him
cool.
actually. He says apparently he was able to contact Marcus Maximus and Marcus
Yeah,
did
for the
card
card
art.
backs, I heard.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
because he
Mm.
honestly, I thought I was gonna end up drawing them because he reached out to me. He was like, hey, I want to get Marcus Maximus to draw the card backs, but in case he can't, would you be interested in like getting like commissioning for it? So I'm like, okay, yeah, sure. And in my mind, I was like, okay, cool. I'm gonna have another commission or something. I did not expect him to actually be able to find the guy. I was actually very pleasantly surprised by that.
Here for the horrifyingly uninitiated. Let's get a quick Marcus Maximus picture up here. Marcus Maximus, I think, is debatably one of the big reasons that this thing got big. Because his art is just crisp and professional. There you go. Fluffy Shy. What does he
Does
do
he-
nowadays, anyways? Like a professional artist? Like, what is... Do you know him?
I don't know what it is. We were never close enough to know each other. Like I don't think I ever met the dude.
Oh, Marcus. Yeah, I have no idea what his deal was. I think I came just as he had already left or he was starting to leave.
Yeah, same.
Also,
Well, I don't think
Kibbles,
he
check commentary, Kibbles.
Oh my god, that's so cursed. That's so fucking cursed. It needs
That's
to go on.
This makes me want this makes me just
That's going on stream. Oh my god, that's so bad.
it's fucking horrible. It's like, hey kids, you know what's cool? Killing brown people. Here's a Funko Pop.
This Funko will marry a 19-year-old and take out a loan for a Camaro with 26% interest. Guaranteed.
Don't forget that 19-year-old has only known that woman for 3 weeks. And she's
woman-
about to grow to 350 pounds.
And they'll have 6 kids in 3 months. We don't know how to happen.
Speedrunning childbirth.
I'm so excited. I haven't seen my wife in 12 months. She's just about to give birth.
9 months is rookie numbers.
We got into that while talking about Ben Shapiro last night because while we're reading the book, we got to a part where they kept saying that Brett was away from home, aka not Ben Shapiro was away from home, never home to see his wife, but she was pregnant. So of course we came up with the Ben Shapiro's got a cuckoldry fetish, which he shouldn't be ashamed of. That's what he's into. That's what he's into. You don't have to hide it, Ben. It's okay. Let your freak flag fly. Because I know you're out there like beating your dick to fluffies right now. That's fine. That's okay. That's between you and the Lord. It ain't between you and Funkshire. That's fine. But yeah, that was a fun time. I don't know. I have when I was a kid, like I was super excited because like most of my family's military, and I kind of wanted to join the military. But then as I got older, I kind of realized like I don't really want to join the military and just basically die for oil, which I know makes me sound like I'm 14. This is deep, but like, you know what? In all my life, I'm 34 years old. I've never worked a job or never been part of anything where they did not just look at me and be like, well, you're a big one, aren't you? Let's put you somewhere with some heavy lifting. So that's usually how my kind of thing goes. So I figured if I joined the military, they'd be like, well, let's just put him on the front lines. He could probably soak up a clip or two.
How many tranquilizer darts does it take to take down a full-grown bull Funkshire?
That's a good question.
Have you ever been tranked?
More than you
I'm-
have.
Not to my knowledge. Because I had more than you have in that little box, little man. I have not been tranked. I do know when I go to the dentist, and if they're going to do work, it takes about twice as much to put my mouth out so that they can do work on it. Because when I got my new dentist, I forgot, like, oh, hey, I didn't tell the new dentist I'm kind of resistant to this shit. And he started drilling while I could still feel everything. And I was like, oh, wait, stop that shit right now. God damn it. So,
It's all fun and games until a guy rolls up and is like looking a little too confident. And it tells you, what? Oh no, this isn't tranquilizer. This is just ketamine.
Bunk's going to be in a K-hole for the next 3 hours.
Hello,
fun.
Luna Froge, for tuning in.
I think
Welcome.
Luna just. I think she just
You
finished
made
up her own stream. Yeah.
Made a terrible decision. I'm so sorry that you had to come here.
Oh,
It's okay. We can't all make winners.
Oh,
Sometimes we
Could have
just
been
gotta make
worse.
happy little accidents.
I listened to the recording of my stream from last night and was listening to me read the Ben Shapiro book. And because I was so disinterested in like everything until we come up to something stupid, it was like the worst reading of anything I've ever done in my life.
My God.
Was
I
James able
listened
to?
No,
You
James
think-
James didn't join us. He might join us again for a Steven Seagal book.
Oh, okay.
You
okay.
think book readings are a good format for the live stream thing?
It was more we did a book club thing where we were supposed to read it, but basically what we were doing, we were just skimming through it, finding weird shit, and then talking about it.
Mm-hmm.
And it was going pretty well. Me and Menthol were getting lit up with it pretty well. And this has been our third one. I have actually sat and thought today where I was like, is this a viable format going forward? Like, it's fun, but I don't know. I get more viewers like when we do our video game shenanigans or when I'm drawing, but like I said, it's only the third time I've done this, so I don't know.
I think
kind of-
gaming's definitely a good one that gets people coming.
The gaming comes in a lot of people like to come to my draw streams because usually I have music or something going, and it's usually just kind of like an unwind thing. And the gaming ones are usually pretty fun, except I don't really play a lot of the more, I guess, modern games where it's like, what's fun streaming today? Team Fortress or Final Fantasy?
Yeah.
Wait, since I play on Balmong, which is the role playing server in Final Fantasy 14, I got to be careful, like where I'm going along with streaming because there's some adult situations and shit in there.
Can't have shit in Balmong.
Can't have shit in Balmong. Like I walked out the back door and I was like, man, I need to go to the auction house and buy this medicine. And I see a cat boy getting his dick sucked, and I was like, what?
Do those
It's all
emotes
fun and
exist
games
in
till you
Final
see a-
Fantasy 14? What the fuck?
No. Oh, wait, did I take a picture of it? Because it scared the fuck out of me. Let me look here.
Balmong, you get a twitchy looking cat boy coming up to you and say, "Hey man, wanna let me suck your dick?
Hey,
I'll suck
man,
your dick for it."
you got any of them high potions? Just coming out looking at the cowboys. Hey, you suck my dick for 500 gil? Well, sure, but where am I going to get 500 gil?
Oh shit. Okay, okay, here's the thing. I love my now wife very dearly, but we have a very, very different tastes in music. Either she listens to very like sort of like party girl music, but there's this band that she's listened. I've heard 2 songs from them before, and they kind of feel like this sort of like I guess like an e-girl screamo rock band or something is the best way I can describe it. I don't know the name of them. All I know is 2 of the songs that I've heard. The first one, it's pretty straightforward. It's about simps, screaming about simps. You know, can't go wrong with that. The second one is about pegging cat boys.
All right.
So I was like, this is a very interesting thing to be listening to. Also, she put this on while my sister was in the car, so that was a fun drive.
Did you sing along?
I did not know the words beyond shit. Now I don't even remember any of them. I do remember Bussy was mentioned multiple times.
See, she played that playlist on one time when I went to watch her stream and she had that going on, and I was like, "What is this?" And she told me it was some kind of like screamer rock, and I was
Yeah,
like,
that's probably it.
I was like, I listen to death metal like voluntarily. I love the shit. This is the weirdest like screams I've ever heard in music.
Yeah, it's definitely not my cup of tea. So we have very different music tastes, which is funny because we share like a Spotify account,
Yeah.
like a duo account. So every now and again I'll hop on like the duo playlist. I'll be like, what the fuck is that woman listening to?
It's like You know what she would probably enjoy then that night. In Final Fantasy 14, if you're a bard, you can actually play instruments, and you can look it up. There's a little guide how your keyboard can function to play all the notes. I discovered how to play Careless Whisper on all the instruments.
Fantastic.
And one night I was fucking around with Menthol. We were in a call, and I had my stream going. He's like, "Dude, does that say cymbals?" I said, "Yeah, it says cymbals." He's like, "Can you play Careless Whisper on the cymbals?" And I did. It sounded like somebody just beating the shit out of a trash can. And as soon as I finished, this one guy goes, "Oh yeah, man, fuck me up with that Careless Whisper." And so I played Careless Whisper for like 20 minutes on the cymbal.
I mean, do they give you a saxophone at least?
What
They
is
do.
Let's whisper.
Thank God.
You don't know what Careless Whisper, Andy? We have failed you. I'm sorry.
I got it. There we go. I figured it out.
So the next one is to just get a slap bass and play Seinfeld on it.
They do it. They do have the bass. Like they just added the electric guitar, which is pretty cool. But yeah, they got a little bit of everything.
Fantastic.
Now I will show you one thing here because I feel like y'all need to see this because this is the gear like I wear sometimes on my character when I'm healing. So it's my heal slut regalia. I can't find the catboy getting his dick sucked, but I saw that and I was like, I'm just gonna get the fuck out of here. I do not want to ruin these lovebirds' evening or whatever's going on. I mean, worst case scenario, it's being done for drugs, which that means trades and services are being exchanged and the free market economy is growing stronger. So I should leave that alone. Because who am I to stop capitalism? Although I suppose in this point it would be more of the barter system.
God damn, that reminds me of that fucking, what was that goddamn Sir picture? Making fun of fucking shit, what's it called? Beastars. Where's one guy saying to the other, it's like, "Oh, would you eat peanut butter off my asshole for $500?" He said, "Sure, not sure where I'd get $500 though."
Beastars was a good show.
I didn't watch.
Eh,
I'm
I,
too.
wa- I, eh,
I'm
I'm
too.
meh
read
about it.
I'm
I
too.
read the.
Yeah.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I'm too afflicted by contrarianism. What you mentioned before, Kibbles, with a lot of popular TV shows. That's why I didn't watch Invincible.
You're a fool.
Invincible was decent. I watched Beastars because I was. I
You
saw
don't
it.
need to explain yourself, Kibbles. We know
Yeah,
we
okay,
watch
yeah.
Beastars.
It's okay.
Anyhow, Louis is adorable and I love him.
Mhm.
But I watched the first season. I ended up reading the manga, and I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. The shark was jumped.
Yeah.
There's a shark in
you're not-
Beastars.
Yeah, he's just sitting on a park bench and they jump in with a skateboard, and that's the pinnacle of the series.
And he's like,
Yeah.
bro, what the fuck?
No,
Does it turn
it's,
into a mecha anime?
you
Because
know,
to me,
it
that would
would've
actually be a redeeming factor. Because fuck me, I
would've
cannot
made-
stand the world of Beastars.
it would have made more sense.
Oh, there is a shark. Oh, wait, my bad. I'm sorry.
It would have made more sense if it had turned into a mecha anime.
It just gives me bad vibes, I don't know. Like
It,
the person who drew it, like I think I've said this before. The person who drew it said, "Oh, I wasn't really thinking about like any societal implications. I just wanted to draw like a thing about animals." But like, if you read too much in it, the societal implications are pretty fucking abhorrent.
See, it kind of I didn't get very far with it. I got to like some point. I got to the point where like I couldn't stand the rabbit girl anymore, Haru.
Hmm.
Where I was just like, holy shit, you were just not a particularly good person. So I kind of fucked off from that. But like, I wanted to read it at first because it reminded me of what Zootopia was supposed to be before they neutered it.
Hmm.
Because Zootopia was supposed to be like way darker, and then it got turned into what it is now, which is still not a bad movie, but it's not near as dark as it was. So
Oh, you know what? Here's something I can recommend. If you like comics or stories about anthropomorphic characters that actually like say something, they're not just, animals for the sake of being animals. I would strongly recommend. It's a French comic book series, but it hasn't been translated into English. It's a series called Black Sad.
oh yeah, Black Sad's great.
Black Sad's great. and the animals actually, it actually means something. Like there's an entire comic where they basically deal with what's essentially like, the KKK, a group called the like Arctic Nation, and it's all white animals, like string, because I think it's set in like New York or like San Francisco in like the 60s or something. Basically, not a great time and or place to be black.
Nope.
But the main character himself is a black cat with like a white splotch on his nose, and that actually has relevance. It's not just like, yeah, they're a cat. Isn't that fun? It's really dark, really gritty. I recommend it. I
Speaking
say
of
check it out.
cats, Lackadaisy cats. That's a good one.
Yeah, I I know it's a bit of an obnoxious word to toss around, but every single time I've seen like a panel or like drawings from that show, I'm like, wow, this is like right off Tumblr. It
Well,
just kind
then
of has that energy for me, you know?
You think?
I I have a
Yeah.
recommendation, and the way I read it is basically like I follow the artist Tumblr, and it's like the only thing I have Tumblr on my phone for. It's called like A Tale of Two Rulers, and it's Zelda fan fiction. But basically, what it is, Zelda and Ganondorf get married as a political alliance, and it's basically
Mhm.
like them going through all that. Link is actually Zelda's daughter from basically some bad shit that went down, and she's trying to keep that secret from Ganondorf, but also try to have a healthy marriage. And like, it's great because Ganondorf is just pure chaotic, like kind of wholesome because he's trying to connect with like his daughter. So he's like, you're my new daughter, so I've got you what every young Gerudo should have. And he like pulls out a massive boar, and it's like, this is your new pet. Take care of it. And so like little Link climbs on, like, she's mean and smells funny. I'm gonna call her Zelda after Mama. And I was like, that's fucking great. And the art's really good too, because the artist that does it is she paints like romance covers.
Mhm.
So it's kind of got that vibe
Yeah.
to it.
I've seen a couple. A couple of those. I think they're pretty good. It's a bit soapy for me.
Yeah.
Um,
It does get that way in places, but every time I hear like Lackadaisy, the art styles being kind of sort of similar always make me think of it because they both kind of have that like painted black and white feel.
mhm.
Also, I
Uh,
I lied to you guys. I'm sorry. I found the picture, and it is not a cat boy. It's like two of the rabbit girls. Apparently, one's getting their dick sucked. So I'll
All
just
right,
What?
let me see.
I'll throw that in commentary. I found it.
I kind of want to see this.
Like I walked out of the Adventurers Guild, and I was like, I need to go buy some shit, and I just saw that, and I was like, oh,
oh my.
that's a thing.
Well,
I'm just like, well, roll
I like the
tide,
way
y'all.
you're posing there. Just makes me think of the fucking the lost couple story we talked about.
Oh
Oh
god,
my, excuse me, you seem to be lost.
you seem to be lost. Would you like to know how to properly
Oh
perform
my goodness,
fellatio?
what are you doing with that thing?
Oh my goodness, that's not how you remove snake venom at all. That's old
You
wives' tale.
you two better be married.
Yeah, I hope you've bought her a very nice house, or at least spoken to her father.
I've got a
'Cause
I've got a I've got a Tumblr artist that I'll plug. I don't know if you necessarily call him a Tumblr artist because I don't remember exactly where I found him. An artist by the name of Evan Dom. Do you
Mhm.
really need to zoom in on that, Andy? Do we need that right now? Is
Yeah,
that is that,
why?
is that required? God damn
Yeah,
it.
absolutely.
it's
Artist by the name of Evan Dom who writes fantasy comics that has anybody ever have you guys read The Phantom Tollbooth
Yeah,
yes.
or something similar that has this sort of strange I wouldn't compare it to that. I would say it sort of has you kind of feel the same way as you're reading it, where you're seeing, or maybe something like Dark Souls even, where you're seeing all this world building that's not really explained. You just kind of see it and you enjoy it and you're there in the moment. Um, if you're looking for something to read, go check it out. Look up a comic by the name of Rice Boy. Uh,
I have that plugged over here. I have not started reading it, but I have it in my bookmarks over here.
it is a fantastic read. It's entirely free to read. I actually loved it so much that I bought the actual paper edition as a gift for my brother because I thought it
Mhm.
was just so wonderful. He's also doing another one right now called Vatu, which is going on. That one's a little more straightforward, a little more easy to go get into. very much about sort of like imperialism, right? It's just a little strange alien fantasy world. Little girl living in her tribe who knows nothing but like the plain life, nomadic plain life, knows nothing about it. And then a bunch of weird people show up one day wearing strange clothes, and they basically say, "Sign here. You are now citizens of the Empire of Taurus." And they're like, "The what?" And they don't understand what's going on. She basically gets sold as like a tax, and her entire world is completely flipped upside down. She meets all these other races and cultures have been completely like, indoctrinated by this empire. And it's a very interesting read. I definitely recommend that one.
I actually think that was what brought me to Rice Boy because I was flipping through the comics board on 4chan one night,
Hmm.
and they were talking about the new one, Vatu.
Hmm.
And they said, "Well, you should try out his other story, Rice Boy. It's been going on longer." And I was like,
Hmm.
"Okay." And I just
Rice Boy's
bookmarked it and
done.
watched it.
Rice
It's
Boy's
done.
done.
Okay.
Batu is, I think it's getting close to the end. Um, I think what I really liked about it is like the first like there's a good like like 60 or 70 so pages where you just like see the tribe and you learn about their customs and their beliefs and their
Mm.
their traditions. And then you have these guys show up and they just kind of like shit all over it. And they don't understand. They don't even care. They don't even think Vatu's a fucking boy. They don't even think Vatu's a girl. They think that she's a boy, and that's how they managed to sell her because they're like, oh yeah, this is boy Hunka, and like, boy, what do you? Yeah, sure, boy, whatever. I don't know. It's just really good. It's an interesting read.
Kind of make me think of Kill 6 Billion Demons, which is also a very interesting read that I've read pieces and parts of, but never sat down and read it all concurrently, which I'm gonna have to at some point.
That's that artist collab thing, right?
I think it's
Yeah.
like it's just like a really bizarre kung fu story.
Hmm. Sounds like it could be fun. With the name like Kill 6 Billion Demons, gotta have something right.
Mm.
If there
I
isn't a
actually picked
single
up.
goddamn demon in there, though, I'm gonna be pissed off.
That's what I say. That's false advertising.
Man.
It's like I picked up a book a while back, and I need to finish it. There's a graphic novel called "As Black as the Stars Above,"
Hmm.
where basically a girl, her dad's like a French fur trapper. Her mom's Native American, one of the tribes up that way. I'm not too fluent with Canadian Indian tribes. Sorry, but she basically had been told by her parents that she's going to be married off to a guy so her father can have a job working for the railroad and all this shit. And she runs away from home. A guy in town offers like, "Hey, I have a box. I need you to take this box to this town that's 200 miles away. Um, if you don't open the box and get it there safely, I'll give you all this money. Do whatever. I'll give you $200 right now, which is like $1 million in 1800s money." And the guy is just H.P. Lovecraft, and there's like some horrible entity in the box, and lo and behold, she opens it, and shit goes awry from there. And it was pretty good because I really like the idea of like how isolated that region of the world was for a long, long time, and also like the idea of the darkness between the trees. Because like forest horror is kind of like my favorite kind of horror, as somebody who spends a lot of time in the woods.
Hmm.
It's so
I mean,
real. It's like it's very visceral.
it is like the way it's made is very visceral. You can understand her. It's like she didn't want this life, but it's just like her dad and her drunk ass granddad and her mom. That's the only world she's known. Now it's like, oh yeah, you got to marry some fucker you never knew so your dad can work for the railroad and we all won't starve.
Hmm.
Andy, I have a question.
Yeah, talk to me.
Why is Hank Hill drinking a smoothie?
Oh, that's not Hank Hill. That's Arisen Leafs OC.
Oh, okay.
Hank Hill wouldn't drink smoothies, I don't think.
Hank Hill would be like, "Do I look like I drink fruit? I eat fruit like a standard American man."
I eat fruit like a man.
A red-blooded American male.
Would I put this
The
chick's
only
left
way,
arm? Do I put in her tit? No, it wouldn't fit.
the only thing I want my fruit to be in is fruit pancakes so I can brush it off.
I eat my pancakes plain. Butter is that's the most I put on them. I
I'll
can't.
have plain, or I'll make a chocolate chip pancake.
Yeah, exactly. I can't do the maple syrup. It's too sticky. It gets on my. Even if I'm as clean as possible, it's getting on my fucking fingers. I don't
I've
know
heard
how it does it.
the pro strat apparently, and I think I owe this to you guys know Ronnie the comics.
Yeah. The circle guy. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
fucking
basically,
Ronnie.
according to Ronnie, the best way to do things is to cut up your pancakes and then have your maple syrup in a cup that you dip them into. It's like the ultimate fat way to eat pancakes because you eat more
See,
because the syrup
I,
isn't as cloying.
the way I've always done is I'll eat my pancakes plain, then I'll just chase it by chugging the syrup.
I mean, I'll just fuck mine up with maple syrup because of course we got good ass maple syrup up here.
Mm.
I've had the
I
Canadian maple syrup. I wasn't crazy about it personally. That might just
That-
it might be me with maple syrup though.
It's probably not enough fructose in there for you.
True enough.
That was like the one thing that really worried me when they were like, Funk, you're a diabetic. I was like, shit, I can't have pancakes no more. Then I discovered sugar-free maple syrup, and it's actually pretty good. I was like, oh, well, this is delightful.
Yeah, see, Adam here's talking about how popular King of the Hill is in Japan. I think we've already discussed that people have legit arguments over whether King of the Hill is better dubbed or subbed.
Yeah, we did. I think that was last week or the week
Yeah.
before.
Arguing about how the dubs don't capture the energy of being American.
I'm going to move to Japan and be a American anime voice actor.
God. It's so weird to me. Okay, have you guys watched I think it's called Great Pretender?
That
It's an
sounds
anime.
familiar.
It was a limited run anime on Netflix that was basically about like con artists, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it threw me for a loop because like advertising stuff was like, oh, it's like, like a globe trotting like international like gentleman spy con men kind of a thing, right?
Yeah.
But what threw me for a loop is when they spoke different languages, it actually sounded correct. Like when they were speaking English, you're like, holy shit, that's actually somebody who knows how to speak English. And when they're speaking French, it actually sounds like French. Because like the main character is like, well, the second main character is like, a guy who's been running cons his entire life. He's been in pretty much every country in the world. So yeah, he talks like someone who actually, knows the language, rather than some of the god awful English voice actors that I don't know how they managed to fucking scam the studio for like an easy paycheck, but they sound god awful.
Oh, that's your baseball.
That's a baseball.
Funny enough.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Andy. I'm sorry.
That my favorite joke in that scene is fucking they're trying to pick the different teams and they sound the exact same. I'll be Red Jaggers. Jaggers! I'll be the Dragons. Jaggers!
The first anime I ran into that with, and it surprised the shit out of me when it happened. I was watching Iko Musume, which is the Squid Girl anime. It came out shit.
All right, now it's time to look at Iko Musume. Open incognito mode.
It was a really cute one, and like there's a marine biologist in there, and she's American, and she wants to study the Squid Girl, and so she makes a deal with her that she'll teach her English in exchange for studying her. And Squid Girl's like, all right, fuck it, I need to know English so I can take over the world, because it's kind of like just anime Invader Zim for the most part. And she does. She's teaching her English, and I was like, "Oh, we're supposed to hear some funny ass English." And then it's like somebody actually fluent in English, and I was like, "Oh shit, they actually got somebody that can speak English to do the English line. This is amazing." And it just caught me for a loop because I didn't think they had the kind of budget for that kind of shit, but I was proven wrong.
Isn't English like really hard too? Because it's all like idioms and things that don't mean what you think they mean. This sucks. I hate that.
Pretty much. Also, thank you, Virgil. I'll consider that when I need to move to Japan and become a voice actor.
You speak Japanese, right, Funk?
I know how to comprehend it pretty well, but I don't speak it very well. I never got quite that far.
I learned my Japanese by watching Naruto.
Between almost marrying a Japanese girl and watching an assload of anime, I got where I can figure out what's being said to me, but I don't know enough to say anything back.
Drawing an accurate representation of a risen leaf right now.
Is there a reason that this is being drawn?
I just want to draw a risen leaf really fat. I don't know why. It's not even that good. I didn't even draw him like. I have no problem with the risen leaf. I think he's really cool, and I like his art as much as I can like his art. I don't want to be mean.
Are you
Fuck.
staring at his man nipples?
I'm not. I'm trying to fix it. I like drawing fat people. I don't know what it is. I just find it really funny. Like, I drew this fat Ninja Turtle once, and I called him, and I was like, all right, I need to give him like a famous person from Italy's name. So I just searched up like who the fattest Pope ever was, and it was Pope Clement. So I drew Clement, the fat Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle.
Are you okay?
I thought it
Is
was.
there someone we can talk to?
I thought it was really funny. I don't know what it is, man. I don't have a problem.
Oh, no, definitely not.
I'm also really hungry too. I need to order my food in a moment.
Well, don't eat fat people.
I'll have to fight the entire state of Wisconsin.
No long pork here.
That reminds me of that one fucking bit from Metalocalypse. Michigan. A bunch of Swedes gods here. Got the fats and the uglies.
I mean, he ain't wrong.
I think I actually said that once to a person from Michigan, and they laughed their ass off, and they're like, yeah, it's true, it's true. I don't know what the fuck Metalocalypse was.
Hmm.
How do I get these man boobs to look good? I nailed it.
I should probably get back into drawing at some point.
I recommend it, you know, you'd be surprised what happens when you can draw. You really find
You
yourself.
make weird
haven't had
shit like
the-
me.
I just haven't had the motivation lately.
I mean, you've
Go
been
on.
getting married, so it's like
Oh,
that
yeah.
that saps up a lot of time.
Yeah, that too, like, you're
I
juggling,
know,
like,
just ever since then, I'm just like, ugh, whatever.
I don't want to say it publicly, but you've
Had to run.
juggled you've juggled like a healthy amount of cash this last these last couple months. So your hobby took a bit of a hit. It's no big deal, you know. Take the time for yourself. You're quite literally setting yourself up with, for just like debatably one of the biggest life decisions someone can make. You know, so it's like fine.
Suppose so.
Like fucking what was it? I always fucking talk about Minecraft. There's this one fucking Minecraft guy who got married and then was right back into fucking making videos like 3 days afterwards or 4 days afterwards. And I was like, how can you ever possibly get back into content creation? And it's not like small scale shit where it's like 10,000 couple people. This guy's like 6 million fucking subs. It's like you can afford to take a break because every video you fucking pull on probably like a fucking couple thousand. I don't know. It's important for people to always take time for themselves. Life's not worth living if you're not going to enjoy it. You know, right now I'm looking for a new job, and if and people are telling me, "Oh, Andy, you should go work at Amazon. You get the workout in, you fucking meet people, it'll be great." And I was like, "But I was told I wouldn't enjoy it. I'd fucking hate myself. Like it's not." So what if I make a ton of money? Who cares? If I don't smile at the end of a day, shut up, Cortana. If I don't smile at the end of the day, it's not worth living. So who cares if you don't draw me? Dude, it's fine. Look to your behind you. Look outside your room. There's Fluffy right there. And that's why you got to live for. It's wonderful.
The only thing is, like, even if you worked at Amazon, I don't think you're gonna make a ton of money because there's like all kind of union shit going on because of that.
Is it? All right, my bad.
Yeah,
sorry.
like, no, you're not gonna make a lot at Amazon. I mean, this is people paying fucking starvation wages, so expecting you to do the work of 6 people.
They're hiring out in force in my area, and they've been putting out like ads saying, "We're not the devil. We give good jobs."
Mm-hmm.
Why is this so much...
And there's this one, and I'm entirely like not like this is only slightly paraphrasing, but the entirety of the Amazon ad was, "I never thought I'd be working at Amazon, but I needed a job to support my family, and they had one, so I took it." That's the ad. That's how they try to sell this to you. It's like, I need a job. Amazon was hiring, so I went there.
And they're just
It's
like,
this was approved by someone. What?
Hey, Muta, how do you change, how do you reactivate pen sensitivity in Clip Studio? I think I broke mine just now.
I don't, no, I don't actually know.
Fuck.
is it all just making like one big blob?
Yeah, check it, because before I was making like little thin textures like this, but now it's like, see.
Sometimes I just take my pen off, I tap it with the eraser end, and that'll usually sometimes reset it, unless you hit a shortcut or something.
No, my eraser
like-
side is also drawing now. I think that might be it.
I don't know. I don't fucking know.
I ran into this problem with this tablet before. This is a fucking 10, 12-year-old tablet. It's going to have to be it for tonight with my drawings then. Sorry, Leaf.
Well, I mean, we're only 15 minutes out.
Yeah.
Power through.
Speaking of, I gotta make that fucking order because it always arrives here just as the cast ends. It's great.
Do it. What are you
All right.
ordering?
Do it.
I was gonna order some pizza. I always order a pizza
Again?
at the end of the cast.
How do you order pizza every week? You fucking deliver pizzas for a living.
I don't eat pizza like every single day. You gotta understand.
You don't sneak a slice off every pie you deliver?
I'm not Richard Watterson. I don't fucking take a slice out the middle then push the two halves together.
See, I can only imagine Andy being like that one meme I always see of the DoorDash guy sitting in the picture of the chicken strip, just says, "I take a bite," and I'm like, I would beat that man's ass. It's like, I want my chicken tendies.
I'd fucking kill that guy. No one touches my fucking food.
Wasn't there a story of like a guy who like he ordered food and his like delivery driver went, picked it up, canceled and refunded his order, and then left with it?
Mm-hmm.
He just like picked up his food, he just refunded the dude, and then just left.
And he ate it. He just fucking like a fucking
Just
robber,
took the
like a
food and-
goddamn bandit.
But he didn't though. He refunded the order. He basically
I
just
felt-
ripped off Uber.
It's still some
I
like
felt so
banditry.
bad because one day I was here and I heard the knock on my door. I'd ordered pizza from I think Papa John's or some shit, and I was waiting for it to get here, and I heard a knock at the door, and I opened the door, and like the girl goes to take my pizza out of the bag, and she just drops it, and it lands like completely upside down. So not only does my pizza land, but like also my breadsticks fall out of the box, and I'm just sitting there like, oh, and she's like, oh my god. I was like, well, and I felt bad because she was like, she was apologizing. She was just like, she was about to cry, and I was like, it's okay, don't worry about it, it's fine. I'm not eating the dirt pizza though, so we're gonna have to fix that, but it's fine. Don't worry about it. You're okay.
Goddamn it, Funk. I just immediately thought of this. I'm gonna put in FluffCast. Same energy there.
Pretty much, like, yeah, that's about the same face she made. I'm just sitting there like in my in like my dumbass weeaboo like muscle shirt. And I'm just like, it's fine, it's okay, don't worry. Please don't cry. Please stop crying. No, shit. Please stop crying. Don't cry over spilled crazy bread. Shit.
God, that's sometimes you're just having a bad day, and then you just like spill the food that you've been like that you either just bought or that you spent like 20 minutes making, and you just start crying.
Dude,
That's just like the gate. That's just like the floodgate.
I had a scenario just like that. I had a fucking crap day at work, long as hell, 13-hour shift, and I got the fucking chicken vodka wrap. It's got mozzarella cheese, vodka sauce that's killer from our place, and chicken in it. And it's fucking fantastic. I put it on top of my car. I get all the guys loaded on my car to drive him back home, make sure all my effects are in order, and I peel out, and I hear, Ancho, Ancho, Ancho. That's my nickname. It's wide. And I'm like, what do you want, Danny? And Ancho's like, and I'm like, what the fuck are you? And I turn around. I stop the car. I get out of the car. I'm trying to pull out of the fucking parking lot. The container my wrap was in fell off my car onto the pavement. Melted cheese everywhere. Vodka sauce everywhere. The poor chicken was just still hiding inside the wrap. It sucked.
Oh no.
13.
Just kind of fall to your knees and just scream.
No, I got down on.
Dude.
I pulled a fucking. What was it called? Fuck, who's that? The guy that played for the Jets.
I don't know sports. I'm sorry.
Tim Tebow. I fucking Tim Tebow'd it. I got on one knee, put my
I don't
face
know
in my
sports.
hands.
Sorry.
I put my face in my hands, got down on one knee, and just sat there for a couple moments. Went back in the car and stayed quiet.
I feel that. I had like a shit day, and I came home. Like, work sucked, traffic sucked, everything sucked. I got home and I was like, "Fuck it, I'm just gonna make me some pizza rolls." And I get home, my fucking air fryer is still in the sink. I forgot I have not washed it, so I said, "Fuck it." So I got there and I scrubbed it out, and I was like, "All right, look at it, it's fucking sparkling." I dried it out, put it in there, put my pizza rolls in, put it in there. Went and took a shower, and I'm like, "Hey, I'm fixing to have some pizza rolls. I'm doing all right. Everything's okay. I'm home. I'm clean." I get my pizza rolls out. They cool off. I take a bite into them. They taste like dish soap. Apparently, I missed a little bit of dish soap, and now all my pizza rolls taste like dish soap, and I had to throw the goddamn things away.
Oh my god.
Like, I
That's
took
so
a bite out of like so many of them. I was like, they all taste like fucking Dawn. What is this?
That's tragic. My mom killed my goldfish like that once.
Jesus.
She cleaned the tank, but she didn't like rinse it out well enough, and she just poisoned them and they died. And I cried for like 2 hours.
Did it?
Kind of a wuss, aren't you? Fucking goldfish.
I have a soft spot for animals, yeah.
Oh,
Then
People
you know
though,
what?
not so much.
People not so much. Did they ever tell you about the worst phone call I ever got in my life?
Do tell.
I'm kind of scared,
So-
but go ahead. Yeah.
I've said this is one of the worst phone calls I've ever got in my life, and as I've said before, I grew up on a farm.
Actually, Menthol had a good point. Funk, are you sure that the pizza rolls didn't have cilantro in them?
It did not, dude. I'm lucky enough. I don't have that gene. I don't
You
taste
don't
the
have
soap.
the soap gene? Okay, cool. You're good
I
then.
ain't got it.
And it tasted just like how Dawn dish soap smells. So
Alright.
that's what we had going on.
I'm sorry for your
Well,
loss.
I thought that was like 3-4 servings of pizza roll. That was like half a bag of pizza rolls.
That's fucked up.
That's like a whole $2. But
I
as
burned
I said,
dumplings in a pan once. That fucked me up. It was like the whole bag.
oh man, that sucks. I'm sorry.
Anyways, go ahead.
Where's
it
the
was
phone
a-
call?
Worst phone call. I grew up on a farm, and I grew up on specifically on a cattle farm. My granddad was convinced we were going to be cattle ranchers, so we didn't have that many, but we had quite a few head of cattle. And I don't know, for those of you who might not be playing along at home, if a cow has a breech birth, you have to go in after the calf. And I've done this a couple times, mainly because I got the longest arms. And so I was in Hattiesburg, which is about an hour away from where I lived. And I'm running around having a good time, kind of fucking off. And I think I'm about 19, 20 somewhere in the neighborhood. Now I get a call from my brother. Dude, you need to get home right now. I said, what's up? What's going on? He said, we've got a problem. He said, Daisy, she's having a breech birth and she got away. I said, what do you mean she got away? Well, she broke the chute because I didn't set the pin right, and now she's running and she's got half a calf hanging out her ass, and I don't know what to do.
Jesus.
I said, what? He said, I can't stop her, and there's just half a calf hanging out her ass, and I can't get it, and I'm kind of worried. Granddad's chasing her, but he's only got the one leg, so he's not having a very good time. I don't know what to do, and he's kind of wanting to just shoot the cow because he's getting pissed off. I said, hold on, I'll be there in a goddamn minute. So I flew all the way back home, and I got there, and lo and behold, what do I see? But I do see Daisy with half a goddamn calf hanging out of her. And I was like, it was like some Cronenberg shit. It kind of made me think of Total Recall when the dude opens his jacket and there's like the twin hanging off of him. And I didn't know what to do. I sat there flabbergasted, and they were like, Funk, you got to go in there and get that calf. I'm like, why? They're like, well, it's still alive. I was like, well, I can see its head moving around. It's trying to figure out what the fuck's going on, too. Imagine this was your first taste of life, being stuck in somebody's asshole trying to get out. Which I know they don't come out the asshole, but at the time, I was just flustered because it looked like a small cow was coming out of a bigger cow's asshole. And so we have to get over there, and basically we hemmed her up in a corner, and we got a rope on her, had to tie her to the fence. While she's tied to the fence, they gave me the gloves, and it's like if you've ever seen Jackasses, those gloves that go all the way up to your shoulder, and you got to use them to go after her. I don't have to actually go inside her this time because the cow is like halfway out. So I get in there and I grab his front legs. And I'm trying to pull him, and he's not budging. So I have to put more gloves on, and I have to kind of go in after him, and I'm kind of like. I'm biblically knowing this cow right about now. As I try to get my hands around the calf's waist and pull him out, and I pull as hard as I can. And when I pull, he finally starts to come out, and I start to fall back. And about that time, Daisy decided, I guess she got scared and decided this was a great time to just unload on me and this poor calf. And so we both got dumped on probably I'd say about 6 metric tons of cow shit. And so now I'm sitting there covered in afterbirth, cow shit, blood, and I have a flailing calf in my arms. Let me tell you, once that happens to you, if you have a bad day after that, just think about that day and remember, I can at least wash this stink off. The smell of cow afterbirth don't go away.
I hope everyone listening to this right now is taking notes for a Fluffy Pony comic.
That's
There you
something
go.
else. So it's like, was the calf fine or?
The calf, the calf was mostly okay. His back left leg got mangled in the process because he stayed in too long. So his back left leg never quite healed, and we ended up keeping him because he could get around fine otherwise, but we never could sell him, and we just called him Stumpy.
That's so cute.
So Stumpy ran around. He was kind of a mascot for a while, and he was about as yellow as a sunbeam, and ran around, got in trouble all the time, and would headbutt you if you did not pay attention to him.
Hmm.
Because I would be out there in the pasture fixing a fence or something, and I would just feel something hit me in the back. I look back, and it's old Stumpy looking at me like, "Hey, Funk, you got any of them there apples for me?"
Hmm.
And I'd be like, "I ain't got no apples." And he'd be like, "You son of a bitch. He's like, I was stuck inside my mama. I almost didn't survive, and you didn't bring me any apples."
I mean, that's bad and all, Funk, but have you ever gotten your belt loop caught in a door handle?
I have. Well, actually, tall as I am, I haven't.
I
Oh,
hate
you're
But I
that
lucky,
have.
shit.
motherfucker.
As tall
It's
as I am,
funny.
go ahead.
I never ever get my belt loop caught in a door handle unless I'm having a really bad day. And that's the only time it happens.
See, I haven't had that because I'm tall, but I did always get my fucking headphones caught on those. As I put my phone in my pocket, and that's about the right height.
Yeah.
Mm,
So I would get my headphones caught on them, and nothing makes you angrier than that.
Yeah, just
mm.
getting like fucking your headphones ripped out of your ears. It's like this really bass, just rage fueled. Fuck
Mhm.
off. I hate that.
It's also like that thing. Like people make fun of me about this all the time. I like thinking of myself as a pretty chill person. I got a pretty good bit of patience for people because I'm like, people make mistakes. We're not perfect. That's fine. However, I have nothing but contempt in my heart for people on the road because as a CDL driver, I get half the leeway that y'all do. So it's like if I drink and try to drive, I get half the blood alcohol level. If I go over the speed limit, it's like half of what it would be for everybody else to get reckless driving. Like normally it's 20 miles over the speed limit is reckless driving. For a CDL driver, I believe it is actually 15. But basically, I got like strict rules of the road I got to follow. And when I just see people out here like, you know what? Not gonna turn my blinker on. Need to cross 4 lanes. See what happens. That shit just infuriates me to no level. Or worse yet, when it's like there's a green light and you're not moving, I will come up there and drag you out of the car and probably curb stomp you right there in front of God and everybody because that green light means go. That green light's working hard. You don't need to be fucking around when that green light's doing his job.
You wouldn't like Miami.
No,
Mhm.
I would hate Miami. It's bad enough around here because we just got done with cruising the coast where a bunch of goddamn boomers with too much money and not enough sense come down here. And they're like, look at my car. This is a $60,000 car I bought because I ain't touched my wife since '84.
Pain.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, with that, boys, I gotta get going. I got some stuff to do tonight, so I gotta shower and get dressed.
Yeah, we're just about
I'm,
ready to close up here, yeah.
I think Andy's gonna play us off here.
I actually
Cool.
do want to, what's it called? I do want to make mention that a new Discord server is up. As always, the FluffCast Discord server is open. Meet some fools, and whatnot. But if you feel like you just need that more hardcore fluffy discussion or want to meet a couple new people, they got this thing here called the Fluff Pile Discord. They just reopened it to the public. And it's where people congregate, talk about fluffies, maybe just make some friends. Good people there. Good people there. I'll be straight.
Thank
I
God.
was
Another fluffy Discord.
another fluffy Discord to add to the pile. Now I don't know.
Thank goodness. We were running out.
And we were running low.
just like incomplete fluffy games. Please don't ever say you're making a fluffy game. You'll get disappeared.
And no, what's it called? I was skeptical about this place because it was, there were some less than reputable individuals skulking around there, making a fool. But the people in there now seem to be, well, just dandy in my opinion.
Hmm.
Well, there you go.
So there's my vouch.
Which one? I was it the one that I was in
Yeah.
before. I feel like
Yeah.
I briefly
You
joined it.
were in that. We talked about it. Yeah.
Yeah, and I talked about okay,
Yeah,
cool,
yeah.
cool. Yeah, no, I'm good. I'm good, thanks. I'm good, thanks.
You mind if I plug something real quick?
Yeah, fucking yeah, sure. Go ahead. The outlet's over there.
Sweet. All right, hold on a second.
Y'all got
What is this
USB-C?
European bullshit over here?
Actually, Europe is Europe's the way to go right now. They're standardizing all their phone chargers.
Fuck yes.
Thank
You hear that shit?
God.
Apple's fucking pissy about it, but they don't fucking care.
No,
All new phones have to have the same type of charge port.
I'm here for it because like I was fucking around in like my little junk drawer the other day, and I found my old charger from back when I had a BlackBerry, and I bought a charger that was a universal charger that had a plug for everything, and it had
Oh,
9
God.
fucking heads on it. It was like a
God.
Hydra.
The fucking dark ages of early 2000s phone charging.
Oh my
Uh-huh.
God.
My God, what a nightmare.
Nothing was
Because
standardized. They changed every
Every
other phone.
shape imaginable existed.
I bought this thing in like 2007. Like that's to tell you how long I had this thing, and like it looked like a cat of 9 tails. I could whoop somebody's ass with this thing.
So what's the
I
thing you need
believe
to
it.
plug or?
I'm plugging. We're doing a bit of a drive thing over at the FluffCast where if I get 100 followers on Twitch, which I talked about this last week, if I get 100 followers on Twitch by December the 5th, which is actually my birthday, I will be reading the entirety of my Immortal as an orc and posting it for your listening pleasure.
Fucking
Don't do it. Don't
I
do
got to
it.
do it. I done promised it. It's in the air.
Isn't it actually
I
easier for
will
you to read?
I will unfollow you just before the 5th so this doesn't happen.
Are you subscribed to his Twitch account?
Subscribe? No, that costs money.
Oh,
Yeah, that costs money.
I'm
You
subscribed.
can do
to
that
Fun.
too, though, because you know we're growing. It's
I'm-
funny. It's funny. Like the first time I looked over and saw somebody actually subscribe to me, I was like, well, that was a poor decision, but thank you.
It's a poor decision to make with your money.
I think I just got a notification about it that my payment went through again today. So yeah. I don't know.
I
man.
appreciate it because I saw it and it was like Andy subscribed for another month. I was like, well, hell yeah, I must be doing something right. So I can put that gun away. I can release a hostage.
I'm not
All
even
right.
subscribed to my wife.
All right, let's call it here, there, boys, gentlemen. Thank you as always for joining us this evening. We are gonna have a group call and after party in the Discord server here if you want to jump in on that. But dude, that's another FluffCast in the bag. Wonderful.
Hurrah, hooroo.
Hell
Episode
yeah.
15.
Episode 15. Yep. Anyway, that's gonna be it for us. You guys have a nice night. See you later.
Get the fuck out of here.
Gosh, I love talking to those guys. Let's close this out here. Give me a quick sec. I need to get the fucking song. Actually, do I have anything else sweet and kind? I'm trying to think if I have anything else nice, interesting. Oh, I can't think of anything. See you guys later.